And welcome back, YouTube. This is Booster Box Buster here with another video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a media haul video in which I'm going to share with you some of the following. Amiibo, Nintendo Switch game pickups, and some new Blu Ray and 4K Steelbooks that I've added to my collection. With that said, let's get underway. The first thing I want to share with you is the Amiibo that I picked up, and as soon as I seen him on the shelf, I knew I had to have him. I honestly forgot that he was being released, and I knew I had to have it. And that is the Amiibo of Snake from the Metal Gear franchise. Now, in my opinion, this Amiibo is actually really well detailed, and in my opinion, a really awesome Amiibo. I love the detail in his face. It's actually pretty good for this type of figure. His headband flowing in the wind, very iconic pose, and just a really cool looking figure of a non-Nintendo franchise, which honestly, if this doesn't get a reprint in the near future, I think could hold a pretty steady value too. I was actually surprised when I seen him. There was actually quite a few on the shelf, but next time I went back, they were all gone, so I was happy I picked them up when I did. Definitely worthy of adding to your Amiibo collection. The only thing missing that would make this perfect would be a cardboard box. But, to be fair, you could probably make a little cardboard box, tiny box Tim, and just put it right next to him, and you're good to go. Alright, so with that out of the way, the next thing I want to share with you are some Nintendo Switch games that I have picked up. Save that one for last, because that is a really cool game. First up, we got Blade Strangers. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that company, but it takes this company's indie games and it matches it up into a pretty cool brawler. Or I should say fighting game. You got characters from Binding of Isaac, Cave Story, Code of Princess, and a couple other games that I'm not quite 100% sure where they're from. And you just have a good mashup fighting game. I did buy it used, but it still came with its really cool instruction booklet, which honestly I wish I sorely miss from a lot of games nowadays. You rarely get instruction booklets like this, and it's just so cool to see all that artwork, all that player information, and even the limited warranty on the back. You just don't get that anymore, and I love this little treat the game card carefully. That's so adorable. And this particular game comes with a reversible cover, so if you prefer this one or this one, you have a choice. The back is the exact same though. So that is Blade Strangers. Next game, Code of Princess, made by the same company. Now this is a classic style brawler, and reminiscent of Streets of Rage, Double Dragon, that type of game. I played it on the 3DS, but I actually have not played this version yet, so I'm interested to see if it's any different, and how much they added to the game. Just like the first one, it comes with a reversible cover that's a really classic version of the 3DS cover, a MIDI CD, and an instruction booklet. Really nice that these games come with these little goodies like that. And the last Nintendo Switch game that I got, and I was looking for this for a long time, and finally I bit the bullet and bought it online, is Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution. With over 9,000 cards available in this game, there's a lot to choose from. Now, I doubt it has every card, because I'm pretty sure Yu-Gi-Oh! In the course of its existence has made more than 9,000 cards. But, 9,000 cards is a great starting point, and they could always add DLC in the future if they wanted to. I gotta say, I was extremely excited to get this. I could have bought it digitally, but it would have cost the same price, and one very key difference, I would not have got these 3 limited edition cards that you can only get in this game as of right now. I'm sure in the future they'll probably be reprinted, because that's Yu-Gi-Oh's policy. Reprint everything into the ground until it's worth 0. But if you would be interested in seeing me do some gameplay videos of Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist, let me know. Or if not, I'll probably just play it in my own free time then. So that was it for Nintendo Switch games. Let's get to the last portion of this video, and that is the 4K and Blu Ray Steelbooks added to the collection. The first one up is the classic, original, not remake, of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre limited edition Blu Ray Steelbook. Now this is definitely not for the faint of heart, and for its time this was like the most shocking type of movie that was released, and it was fantastic for its time from what I heard. I'm not that old. But nowadays with movies like Saw and stuff, it doesn't really hold much of a candle, but it's still a very shocking movie for what it is. And I gotta say, it's definitely a classic. I wish the Steelbook looked a little bit different. It's a little bit bland in my opinion. But I understand they're going for like that classic 70s newspaper look as well. So it is Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original. Up next, Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, a classic, and has probably one of the most famous scenes in any Alfred Hitchcock movie, and in any movie in general. Of course, I'm talking about the shower scene, where the lady gets stabbed and blood goes down the shower drain. I'm not really surprised that they made a steelbook of this, because Alfred Hitchcock has kind of become a resurgence of popularity lately. And of course they're trying to capitalize on that. And I'm just happy because this is a classic movie, and I can add it to a steelbook collection. Up next are the 2 most recent ones to my collection. And this first one is a doozy. A 6-film collection, Blu-ray plus digital, only at Best Buy, steelbook of the Alien franchise. First off, I love the look of the steelbook. You got the 6 different alien types that have been featured in each movie, and I love that fantastic art. Simple, dark, and I love it. Of course, you got the original Alien, its sequel Aliens, Alien 3, Resurrection, Prometheus, and Alien Covenant, the newest one. The first two are instant classics. 3 is take it or leave it. Resurrection, meh. Prometheus I didn't care for, and I haven't seen the Covenant, so I don't know how that one's going to be. But I gotta say, very, very happy to have this in my collection, and I get to watch Prometheus. And I got it on sale too. This was a good deal. And if I were to buy these movies individually in Steelbooks, if they ever came out all in Steelbooks, I'd pay an arm and a leg for it. So to have it all in one collection is perfectly fine with me. That is Alien 6-film collection. And the last one. I have to give a shout out to another YouTuber by the name of Afro Gamer Dude, who recently did a top 10 of his favorite Steelbooks in his collection, as far as art-wise goes. And this movie made it on the list. And as soon as I seen it, I'm like, I didn't know that existed. I have to get that. And I just happened to find it. And that is Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. Very classic movie, and I love the design of the Steelbook. It's representative of the hedge maze from the movie, and all it says, the hedge maze, is completely made out of the phrase, "All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy." Fantastic choice to prove the insanity of the character. And I gotta say, I love this design. It's very striking, very simple, but it stands out. I mean, you're gonna look at this and be like, oh, that one stands out. You're gonna give that a try. And for anybody who hasn't seen this movie, if you're able to watch R-rated movies, please watch it. It is a fantastic, iconic movie. For those of you who don't know, many pop culture references have been made from it. One of the most famous scenes is, spoilers by the way, in case you haven't seen it, when he's taking the axe, chopping the door down, pops his head through the door and says, "Here's Johnny." It's funny and it's terrifying at the same time. I love it. In my opinion, one of the best adaptations of a Stephen King book put on the big screen. And that is Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. Alright, with all that said, that's all I have to share with you guys today, so hopefully everybody enjoyed it. Just a nice little pickup video of some new Nintendo Switch, Steelbook, 4K, and a new Amiibo. With that said, this is Booster Box Buster with a collection haul video, signing out.